Hey guys, I read an article the other day that said that the housing demand is a mirage and that prices are likely to fall. In this video, we're going to talk about how that's absolutely not true. Hey everybody, Sep here with Blackbook Properties and CondoBlackbook.com. If you follow real estate, you know that we're in the middle of an unprecedented and unexpected real estate market countrywide. While people expected the housing market to slow down when the pandemic hit, what's happened is the exact opposite. Demand is at an all-time high, prices are high, and inventory of homes is low. Not much to choose from. So, when I came across a headline the other day saying that the strong housing demand is a mirage in a well-respected industry news outlet called TheRealDeal, I had to put in my 2 cents. It's happened many times where the headlines say one thing, but the reality on the ground is something a little bit different. In summary, the article from the real estate analyst Zelman basically says that we don't have a shortage of inventory, that enough properties are being built in the pipeline to serve the demand that's coming in the future, and that home prices are likely to fall. Now, this is just another headline that talks about the housing market that confuses the heck out of the typical buyer because housing is ultra local. These guys are talking about national ideas, but how do you do that when real estate is ultra local? So what do I mean by ultra local? What I mean is that you can't lump the real estate market in, say, a small town in Ohio with the market in downtown Chicago or the market in Miami Beach. Each of those areas has different dynamics that are occurring with weather, jobs, tax policies, etc., all of which impact who wants to live there and how much they're willing to pay. For example, there's a huge migration from high tax states and high priced cities around the US into South Florida. How can you lump those cities' real estate markets at this moment in time with South Florida's market? If people are leaving one city and going to another city, how are those two real estate markets working in parallel? They're not. They're working actually exact opposite. Demand's lower on one and demand heightens on the other, and that impacts prices. So in Miami right now, we have 5 to 10 offers on every condo rental, and rent prices keep climbing. There's also multiple offers, very often on condo purchases as well, with prices often going above asking. Of course, single-family home prices and multiple offers have been going on for a while too there, so that goes without saying. So none of this happens when there's enough inventory, does it? Because if there's enough inventory if there's enough demand for supply, then people will be able to make an offer on a condo, not have multiple offer situations, and get the condo they want at the price they want. But that's not what's happening on the ground. So the article also says that part of the mirage is because non-traditional buyers, for example, businesses or entities like Zillow and private equity firms and large investment firms, are contributing to the buying frenzy by gobbling up rental homes, right? Making it hard to tell what the true demand is and skewing who are really end user buyers versus investor buyers. But let me tell you something, none, and I'm saying none of those entities are buying Miami condos. Okay, none's a strong word, but it's not happening in a big way here. How do I know? Because I know. None of them are buying Miami condos. That's not what those large entities go and gobble up. They focus on single-family homes or maybe duplexes and so on. And in fact, they don't even buy the higher priced single-family homes in the area either. They're usually target homes that the average household can afford. And single-family homes near the center of the city here in Miami are not considered average priced homes. So the demand we have is real demand, not a mirage. And the amount of new projects in the pipeline dwarf the amount of building we saw in other recent real estate cycles of the past. While end user demand has skyrocketed, people who are buying Miami condos are primarily looking to make it either their primary residence and definitely second homers as well. On a side note, second home doesn't mean what it used to mean, because now people are much more mobile because of the flexibility of the work from home situation, right? So the bottom line is that everyone is moving to Miami. Locals, New Yorkers, Californians, Colombians, Europeans, and on and on and on, for social, political, and financial reasons. Reasons that have existed for a long time, but have been exacerbated by the side effects from the pandemic. And now, because of the work from home, the decision to move has been made way, way easier, right? So here we are with an ultra-local boom that has nothing to do with national housing supply, or Zillow, or iBuyers, etc. So this really wasn't intended to defend Miami or Miami prices or anything like that, but just really to show an example of why just because a well-informed analyst writes an article doesn't mean that it's universally true, or in fact just doesn't necessarily even mean that it's true in the context of your local market. Even with Miami, different neighborhoods, price points, and property types have different trajectories at any moment in time. So if you're considering buying or selling a property in the area, feel free to reach out to me and we'll talk about what's going on that is relevant to your property and your neighborhood. And in the meantime, just know that news headlines are not always as relevant as they may appear. If you want to talk more about the national housing market or what's happening here on the ground in Miami, give me a call or leave a comment below. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch this video. And for more expert real estate information, follow and subscribe to Blackbook Properties. Have a wonderful day.